Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today I shall be attempting to take this Porsche 910 from shabby to shiny. Seemingly the most important thing to do is make sure that it has four wheels, and after that I think anything I really do to this car can only improve it. But today it is a custom. It's not a restoration today, but we'll drill down the centre of the post, just one rivet on this one, remove the flange and tap that hole. Please remember to lubricate your piece, and I shall be using my very handy vise. So it obviously doesn't roll very well, what with having two wheels and a busted one of those two. But anyway, she reads underneath: Matchbox Series number 68, Porsche 910, made in England 1970, Leslie Products & Co. So it's a super fast model, and this one's been pre-drilled, pre-tapped. Like I say, it's just got the one tap on this one, and at the back the rear lights hold it in. So quite a nice little design to save money on the extra rivet. Interior piece there, very simple, and the window piece, it has also attached on the back some kind of engine pieces, but as usual, hello doctor, I will be adding some boiling water to this foot-long hot dog jar, which has served me very well. It's probably done, I don't know, maybe at least 20 castings now. And I shall be adding 3 tablespoons of caustic soda. Now a little bit different, I'm going to leave that to one side to kind of go a little bit longer than usual whilst that's doing its thing. Get the plastics into some warm soapy water, and also remove the one remaining wheel, or one remaining axle with wheels should I say, and then that is going to go straight into the bin. And then with my fake Dremel, so give it the once over and then a little bit more, and this is how she turns out, looking very nice, I think you'll agree. Now the exhaust tips, I'm going to reach for a black pen. Now people ask what I use for when I paint in little details, or like the number plates or front lights, headlights. And you can see I've got quite a few little options there. But what I like to use, you can see the difference there, is a Sharpie pen. Nice and simple, nice and easy. Nice and quick. So it's a bit of me that. And whilst we're here, pop off the red Sharpie. Now to be honest, with the red I sometimes use acrylic paint, and I use a toothpick, or I might use, I do have a red paint pen, but when it's kind of metal like this and it's shiny, the pens here really do a good job. I'm really happy with that result. So we're doing a wheel swap today, and I'll put a link down in the description to the eBay seller that I use for these wheels. By all means, tell them that I've sent you, and maybe I'll get another good deal. So this is actually sat to the side now for perhaps 15 minutes, longer than usual. You can see that I'm picking it up with bare hand because, you know, all the heat has now gone out of it, which I think is probably what I'm going to do going forward. And it really does make sure. There seems to be a couple of little bits of paint there, but it's, you know, it gets easily flicked off with my Dremel tool. And bearing in mind that's been about 15 minutes, the oxidisation there just comes off so easy. And it probably took me a minute to polish this up. Look at that. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? So I'll be using Tamiya Fine Surface Primer in white. And there's a bit of a change. I didn't polish up the inside. Now it's not going to be seen. So I just left it be. It's going to be painted anyway, so not to worry there. Just trying to hit the angles on the wheel arches, and then just one kind of generous coat, and I never have an issue doing it this way. And if I bring it up to the light, you can see there, gorgeous. So with that drying, turn my attention back to the plastics. And I'm just going to speed this up. But you can see that I use an old kind of paintbrush just to get in all the little nooks and crannies and really get this shiny, looking good as new. Same again with the window glass section. Now there was a few little scuffs in this, but there's also a window wiper. And I know that if I try to remove those few little scuffs, I'm also going to remove the window wiper. So I thought, okay, well, I'll leave it. I can easily take it apart and obviously, you know, do something different on it if I really feel like I need to. But looking at the finished product, it's fine. But we're going to be using Vallejo paints. My patrons enabled me, with their help, to purchase some of these paints. They're metallic paints, and they're a little bit different actually than my normal Vallejo paints, because these don't really go through the airbrush, although this was direct to the airbrush, but it shouldn't have been. Needs a little bit thinner, and I did lose a bit of footage there. I use my phone for recording, so if someone does ring me or messages me, recording stops. So we lost a little bit there, but to be honest, it would have been boring because it took forever to actually cover this casting with the metallic, what was it, a gunmetal colour. Beautiful metallic gunmetal. And I recently done a fade with a drift car. You may have seen my drift car build-off video with Danny's Diecast Disasters. If you haven't, check them out. But the fade I really enjoyed. So I thought, this is another somewhat race car. Let's do another fade on this. And I went through all the colours and, you know, no rhyme or reason. I just picked out the blue against the kind of gunmetal grey colour. And I thought it would look quite cool. So this is the second car I've ever done a fade on. I don't know what the right way is or the wrong way. Certainly I don't know whether I'm doing it the right way or the wrong way, but as I look at it, it looks perfect. Certainly good enough for me. Ultimately, you just want to make sure that you're doing it at a certain angle so that you're not going to get overspray onto the other section. So, bit of common sense, and I think you'll be okay. But yeah, quite excited by this one. Like I say, this is a metallic and it looks rather splendid. Oh yes. So after fully curing, fully dry, this is what we're left with, and I think that is very nice. I hope you'll agree. And then I'm going to put all this together. So as a reminder of the absolute state that we started with. And this is the result. Cool little Toyo tyres with a nice set of wheels there. Remember that kind of rear lights and exhaust pipe detail we've done around the back. That nice little fade from blue into grey. And I quite like this one. But anyway, I'll take this opportunity to thank my patrons. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next one.